Hello ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Hedgehog 2010 here again, releasing a new playthrough of Mickey Mania for the Super Nintendo. Now this game has been released on multiple platforms, and by multiple I only mean two, including the Super Nintendo. We have Mickey Mania for the Sega Genesis, and a Mickey Mania title that's, changed for the PlayStation 1 called Mickey's Wild Adventure. Now, for the sake of this playthrough, I am going to be playing it on the Super Nintendo because it's the one that I am the most familiar with. So, there's that. But I am going to be playing this on hard mode just so, I get a bit of a challenge. And we start with Steamboat Willie. Now, Mickey Mania is a platformer, that features our good old favorite Disney character, star of Disney, Mickey Mouse. And, it's interesting, because it's an interesting platform, I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed this game a lot when I was little. Like, I played this game first when I was like maybe 13, 12 years old, somewhere around there, and well, hell, maybe I was even a little younger than that. But, it's an interesting platformer nonetheless. It's great, I like it. Now, a lot of people may, not a lot, like a lot of gamers will have a huge debate on which version of, Mickey Mania they prefer. Like, some of them prefer the Sega Genesis because of the exclusive level, as well as, Mickey's Wild Adventure for the PlayStation 1, but I'm quite fond of the Super Nintendo, if only because I grew up with the Super Nintendo. Now, that's not to say that I think the games that were released on the Super Nintendo were, far better when it came to multiple games and multiple platforms. Oh no, see, if I had to choose which Mickey Mania is the best, I'd probably say the PlayStation 1 version. But here's the thing, I don't own the game. Not only that, but, I lack the education of emulating it. So, there's that. So we get introduced to, we get introduced to Pete here. Now, we're not going to be doing much with Pete until he turns around and we start jumping on him like so. And I like the way that when you progress through this level in particular, you'll have colors back and whatnot. Now, I do love the way that was presented on the Sega Genesis, I'm not gonna lie. The Sega Genesis is actually marvelous, and I actually do prefer the PlayStation 1 version as well, because of the aesthetics, I guess we'll call. But, yeah, it's not that bad. Also, we have, the boss theme doesn't normally play in this, most of the bosses, in this game. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just something screwy on, Nintendo's end, or even not Westwood. ImageSoft, Sony ImageSoft, I think it was called. I don't know, but that's whatever. But for this boss battle, you just gotta, you just gotta concentrate on, just destroying the gears and whatnot, and you'll complete it. Not really a big deal. It's actually pretty simple. Congratulations, Mickey has stopped the cranes and rescued Steamboat Willie. So then we step into the second level, which is the Mad Doctor. I actually like the Mad Doctor too. I remember watching a lot. Every time this cartoon would air on the Disney Channel or whatever when I was a child, I used to watch that a lot. It's actually one of my all-time favorite Mickey Mouse cartoons. But we get introduced to new enemies here, like skeletons that are easy to exploit, I guess I'll call it that. Once you know where the bones will land and whatever, and when they disappear, you'll actually have an easy time with this area. It's actually not that bad of an area. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, I actually may have a bit of an issue with that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, distractions, they happen. So we get introduced to another good level here in Mickey Mania. I don't know how I managed to pull that off. I should actually take the time to explain what I'm throwing. These are marbles. You find them scattered throughout the levels. They are your ammunition, your only source of power and strength in this game. The maximum amount of marbles that you can pick up are 99. I don't think you'll need that many. Once you know how many marbles each enemy take, it's not really that big of a deal. But again, simple level. Your health is indicated by the hand that's located on the top left corner of the screen. You have 4 hits total before, you lose a life. However, if you drop down bottomless pits or whatever, or enemies that, give you 1-hit KO, then, you lose a life. Not a big deal. I remember doing this game as a bit of a playthrough, with lack of commentary, mind you. With lack of commentary, mind you, on my old channel, and if I have some followers that, migrate from that channel to this channel and are watching this, and still a bit impressed of what I can pull off on this game, I hope you're still impressed. Because again, it's been a while since I've actually picked up this game. I've done a practice playthrough of it recently, and I've, beaten it within like a good, I think I'd like to say 35 minutes, and I still only had like, like maybe a few lives over, but, So, I can guarantee you that this playthrough's not going to be very long. It's probably going to take at least 2 parts max. But we'll see. So, we get introduced to the elevator sequence and Mad Doctor. Again, if you know when to jump and duck, you can dodge these bones fairly well. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple stuff. I should have ducked right there, to be honest. Yeah, like right there, you're gonna have to jump. But what would I say would be my favorite Mickey game? It's a bit of a mix between this game as well as the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. Bit of a secret thing here. If you don't exit out of the level, you just step out of the elevator and step back in, you'll actually be introduced in this sequence where, you'll get, like, extra hit points back, which is always nice, because we're going to need this for the boss and the upcoming boss in this level, and we get an extra life out of it, so it's really nice. Whoops, Mickey had found Mad Dr. Mickey, but he did not stay for long, which is good, because, it'd be really bad, you know? Yeah, I think you know. Fans that's watched the Mad Doctor would know that it would be wise for Mickey to escape from the Mad Doctor. But we get introduced to an interesting thing in this, mechanic, I guess I'll say. You want to fill up this vial full of, whatever the hell this liquid is. But once combined, we'll actually be making an it'll be like a concoction explosion that we're going to need for this door. Because we can't exactly, go through the door, we gotta rely on this thing. And of course, if we hold down this button and wait for it a little bit, the door will explode, and then we'll get into the boss battle. Now, in terms of Mickey games, I've not had a lot of experience with a lot of Mickey games in the past. I'm not familiar with Epic Mickey, nor am I familiar with Castle of Illusion or whatever. The only Mickey games that I'm actually familiar with is this game and Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. That's the only experience I have with in terms of Mickey Mouse game, and I'm actually doing a horrible job here. But with the Mad Doctor here, he's not that hard. You just gotta know when to jump on him, when to dodge these potions and whatnot. And once you know how to exploit his attacks and know when to pick up your hit points, indicated by the stars right there, it's not that hard. You know, the Mad Doctor is not that hard. He's pretty simple. Pretty simple boss. Boom. Uh-oh. I don't know how I managed to dodge that, but hey, whatever. But we're done. That is the Mad Doctor. We rescued Pluto. It's good. Well done. Mickey has defeated the Mad Doctor and rescued Pluto. So now we step into the third level of the game, Moose Hunters. And wow, you know, we're only 13 minutes in and I'm already at the third level. And I think there's like a total of 6 levels if memory serves. I think maybe 5, I'm not too sure. I think it's 5. So yeah, Moose Hunters. We only have 2 levels in Moose Hunters actually. We gotta watch out for falling tree branches and boulders and things like that. But what you want to look out for is Pluto's indication of when the moose will be coming, because once that happens, like that, you want to get a good running start and jump over the moose, because that is a one-hit KO. And you don't want that. If you, of course, you know, game logic, if you happen to if you happen to lose a life, you'll lose all your marbles. You only get 10 at the start, so I'd recommend not dying. That would be great. But again, not that hard of a level once you know what you're doing. You know, I haven't played this game a lot, but you know, I like to say with age I've gotten quite better with this game. But with that, that is the first level of Moose Hunter. Congratulations! Mickey has found Moose Hunter Mickey, but has also found a moose. You don't say, game! An interesting chase sequence here. You don't want to, you know, land on the water and whatnot, or trip on rocks or whatever, because they do slow you down, and if you happen to be caught up by the moose, it is one-hit KO. Throughout this level, you'll find green apples. It's wise to pick them up because you'll gain speed that way. Now, I will say this right now, the Genesis handled this part, or this section of the level, very well. I actually do prefer this on the Genesis than I do on the Super Nintendo. But we're getting actually really close to the exit, and here we are. Congratulations, Mickey has escaped from the rampaging moose. Now there is another chase sequence that's featured in a PlayStation 1, but we won't get into that until we get to Mickey and the Beanstalk, actually. But here we are, we get introduced to the next level, which is the Lonesome Ghosts, another one of my all-time favorites from Disney. It's actually great. It's a great cartoon. If you haven't seen Lonesome Ghosts, you should. It's magnificent. But we get introduced to the Lonesome Ghosts by entering in this haunted house. Okay, I was hoping to make that jump, because if we actually jumped here, we get an extra life, and there we go. That's the end of the first level. Pretty simple stuff.